Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the pregame show. The Reigning Fight Phil's Binghamton Rumble Ponies are going to play Game 3 of the 6-game series. Binghamton won Game 1. Fightin's came out with 16 hits last night, scored 12 runs, and win Game 2. So the series is even. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Talking with the manager of the Fightin Phil's, Al Pedrique. Skip, you always talk about the balance of baseball. Don't get too high, don't get too low. But when you're going through a 14-batter, 7-hit inning, scoring 8 runs, you gotta get a little high. You gotta have a little fun with something like that and enjoy those kind of moments.
Well, definitely you do, as long as you stay humble. Because this game, and if you don't, it can come back and hurt you, the wrong way. But I think if we have the type of team where they know once we start playing well, we gotta maintain our emotion, be the same whether we're doing good or we're doing bad. And as long as we stay humble and we know what our job is on a daily basis, we're fine. I'm not worried about this team makeup or attitude, because I know they're all true professionals. They understand that on this game, again, you have to be humble.
Now, when you talk about the anatomy of an inning like that, on the surface level, it just looks like everybody's getting a hold of something. Everyone's finding a way to get on base and to produce. But maybe you take us behind the scenes. An inning like that, as rare and as hard as it is to accomplish, what's it take? Is there anything you noticed with the group last night where you just felt like an inning like that was brewing?
Yes, because lately we've been swinging the bat a lot better. We've been hitting some ball hard right at people. So as a matter of fact, the 1 or 2 guys get it going, it is contagious. The rest will follow, and I think that's what happened last night. Once we got a couple guys on bases, and we got big hits, and I think the momentum, carry on that one inning. And I can tell that sooner or later that was going to happen, because even that we had tough road trip in Richmond last week, you can feel in the dugout the guys were anxious, to get it going, to start winning some games. And finally, last night we got a chance that guys got a good hitting count, and we took advantage.
We're going to talk about some of the individual pieces, and the guy that ends up having the hit that put you ahead was Caleb Ricketts. As this season has progressed, it's been pretty obvious to see that he's starting to settle into hitting at this level. You had him kind of down a little bit in the lineup until he got acclimated. Now you have him in the 3-hole. Obviously, you got very comfortable with where he's at.
Yes, we were trying to hit him on the bottom of the lineup for a little bit, just to give it some room to, for mistake. Relax a little bit. Early in the season, he was trying too hard, trying to prove that he can play at this level. Obviously, last year he had a great year. He was in Clearwater. He went to Lakeshore, struggled a little bit, but toward the end he figured out and finished strong. And that's what we were hoping, that we can see the Ricketts that I heard about, the whole spring training, that he can hit. Very smart hitter, and we started seeing that the last couple weeks, where he started feeling comfortable and realizing, I belong here. I know I can hit in this league, and so far he's done a good job.
Using Ricketts as an example, and to build off what you said, that jump from high A to double A, I know a lot of people have described it as one of the hardest jumps you can make outside of going from triple A to the big leagues. Outside of Ricketts, we've seen a couple of other guys. Marcus Lee Sang, I think, is one that comes to mind, for example, that as time has gone on since they've made the jump to Double A, they have started to look more comfortable and get more accustomed. What's it take to kind of make that jump, and what makes going from high A to Double A, quote unquote, one of the hardest jumps you can make as a pro?
Well, we all know it's a tough league. For the most part, around the league, you're going to be facing guys that throw 95 up to 98. You're going to see good starters that can go 6-7 innings, and they have command of all their pitches. You got bullpens, guys that will come in and will challenge you with 97, 98 fastball, good slider, changeup. So it's a matter of time for them to make some adjustments, trust itself, trust the process, and understand that it's not going to happen overnight. As long as you stay with your routine and you believe in yourself and you trust the process, you're going to start seeing results, and that's what we start seeing from Lee Sang. De La Cruz starts swinging the bat well. Ricketts, we're talking about him, and start feeling comfortable around the league.
You're talking about being humbled by this game. 2 guys in particular who had success last year. Everybody knows they can hit. Carlos De La Cruz, Ethan Wilson, both got 2 hits last night. We're all kind of waiting for it to happen. We all know it's there. They have to believe it's there. I know you believe it's there. Yep. It's just really trying to make them understand the hits will come. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, that's why we keep talking about trust the process. I mean, once you repeatedly, obviously everybody's going to have information about you. You had a great year. People want to find out why you had a good year. They're going to try to find the weakness. So as a hitter, a young hitter, that's what you have to realize what the other teams are trying to do. Once they faced you last year, they got enough information on you. Yes, they're going to make the adjustment. So that's what you have to do, make the adjustment on a daily basis, be patient, and I'm glad that De La Cruz had a good game last night. Wilson also had a couple doubles, RBI, so that's what it takes. Make the adjustment, every at-bat, every pitch count, and if they do that, they're going to be in a good position.
Jose Rodriguez, not in the lineup the last couple of nights, but he's someone that's really turned a corner come May. His numbers have just statistically been really good for May compared to April, but the one that really stands out to me has been the strikeouts, or I guess lack thereof. He struck out 4 times. I believe it's 57 plate appearances in May. What with Jose, has he changed or adjusted that's led to this May success?
Well, Jose, this is a player that has a lot of tools. I mean, this guy can hit for power, he can hit for average, he can still base it. Defensively, he's playing so much better at second base. We start giving him some games as short to find out if he can handle both. But the fact that he has a good idea when he goes to the plate, and I'm impressed that he sticks with the plate no matter what. He trusts himself. He let the pitchers, work. Sometimes he takes them to deep counts. Just the fact that this kid had a good eyes and hand coordination, it is unbelievable.
You got Matt Osterberg going tonight. He was your opening day starter, the guy that you kind of felt the most comfortable with in terms of what you had. He's had some great outings. He's had some rough outings. Where do you feel like he is, and is he kind of figuring out what's been the highs and what's been the lows?
I think he's in good position. I mean, I know the good games that he had kept us in games. The tough luck that we haven't hit enough, we haven't scored enough runs to give him some room for mistakes. The last 2 items, we feel like he's thrown the ball so much better, working in the count, using his changeup on fastball counts. Once he does that, he's going to be in good shape. He needs to keep the ball down and use both sides of the plate. East, west, change speed like he's done in the last 2 outings. And the fact that we know when he's on the mound, we feel about getting a good chance to compete and win games.
And look back at the pitching from last night. Colby Aller, maybe didn't go as according to plan, but you bring in Mitch Newborn. We think did a really good job over the couple of innings he pitched. And Noah Skiro comes in, was really good for the first 4, kind of faltered a little bit late. Maybe the long layoff between innings probably played a role in that. But still, Skiro had back-to-back really good starts, and 99% of his outing last night was really good. That has to be nice to see from Skiro lately.
Well, definitely. This is another guy that when he's on the mound, he loves to compete, he loves to pitch. And again, it's a feeling that we get when we have those guys on the mound, we have a chance to win games. And that's what he did last night when Aller started the game, gave up 3 runs in the first inning. The second inning, he went out, threw the ball a lot better, working in the count, kept us in the game. And Newborn, he's been great coming in on running some bases. He always minimized the problem. And Skiro last night, yes, I think the long inning we had offensively affected him a little bit, but still his fastball was at 93, 94, up to 95, and he threw a lot of fastball for strikes. The location, maybe they were up in the zone a little bit, but the velocity was there. He had enough pitches to work with. And it's too bad that, I think he got tired a little bit. Last night was a little warmer and humid, and I think those the 2 factors kind of affect him a little bit.
I just want to talk. You're a guy who loves the fundamentals of this game, and you can win by fundamentals, you can lose by fundamentals. I'm going back to Tuesday's game where there were some mistakes made late in the game that ended up costing you some runs, end up costing you the ball game when it's over with. When that stuff happens, is it a moment for you to kind of say, like, see, this is what we can't do, or do you just kind of let it go that they know they've made that mistake?
No, I don't like to let things go. I address it right away.
I just asked the questions.
Yeah, I don't like to let it go because you have to. That's what the good coaches got to do. Attack the problem right away. And the one thing I like to do is use the classroom. I call the classroom section where I show the video when we screwed up the rundown. Right. We analyze it. We talk about it. Ask them questions. What we did wrong, what we did right, and the same thing with the ball that was bobbled by Wilson in left field. He took his eyes off. So when you show them on video, it seemed like it works a lot better. They bring them out early the next day and go through the fundamentals. So I think if you address the problem right away, when it's fresh, it's the easiest way for them to realize, oh, wait a minute, this is what we're doing. And I'm a big guy, big coach, that you lose a lot of games in the first 5 innings. And anytime you give the team extra outs, that's when you're going to be in trouble most of the time. That's what we did in the Tuesday game. We gave them extra outs, extra chances. They took advantage, and it's why we didn't play. Although, we still close to win the game. We tied the game, okay? We didn't play well, and we still had a chance, but and that's what I told them. When you don't play right and you don't execute the small part of the game, you should not win the game.
Last one for me. I don't know how much your coaching staff pays attention to what's going on at the big league level, but obviously the Phillies right now are the best team in Major League Baseball. Down at the minor league level, does that have an effect on the way you guys are coaching the team, or do you guys have to be aware of certain things, looking at a trade deadline approach or anything like that, or is it really kind of not related at all?
Not at all. I mean, we don't worry about it. Just the fact that if the big club is winning, everybody's going to be happy. So right now, the whole organization is happy. We all can wait to get to the field the next day. We know the Major League club is playing well. It's in first place. Got the best record right now. Obviously, our job is to get these kids ready as soon as we can in case something happens in AAA or in the big league. We got kids that will be ready to go up and help them win games. So that's the one thing we tell the players. I mean, you can watch a game, enjoy it, but don't get caught up, what the Major League team is doing or they're not doing. Our job down here, this is our big league. Our job's here to take care of business, prepare the right way, take care of your routine, and be consistent when you cross the white lines. Once the game starts, we got to be engaged.
Well, the big club took care of business today, so let's see if the Reading Fightin' Phils can do the same tonight. Phils and Rumble Ponies will have the starting laps and first pitch right after this on the Reading Fightin' Phils radio.